Moving on from NFTs. Berkshire Hathaway. We got to talk about it.
Do it.
Everybody talks about it. It's very popular today. Berkshire Hathaway. Okay.
Bastards.
So way before I started trading, I've been watching Berkshire Hathaway. I was told about this stock from somebody long time ago. Go to the month range. And I would like to say that I wish I would have got some, but what are you going to do? That would be.
That's a significant jump, though.
Yeah, so around 10 to 11. So what are we looking at? 120,000, pretty much somewhere in that range. 130, maybe it was 140. Who knows? That's when I was first told about this stock, and I think I was just joking around with somebody, sales guy, and I was like, hey, buy stocks and stocks. And he was like, yeah, get some Berkshire Hathaway, and that's the only stock you need to worry about. Into conversation. And this guy was a monster. I mean, this guy was not like, the kind of sales guy that, like a lot of people are like, oh yeah, I'm a good salesperson. This guy was a machine. He was an alien. That kind of salesperson. The kind of salesperson that just, you don't understand why.
I took his advice. I got some. I'm losing my ass. It's okay.
So here's another thing. So I'm in this room in Clubhouse last night, and I'm just listening. I guess I could have raised my hand and talked, but I couldn't. There's no way I could have spoke with these people and not gotten kicked out and not been able to listen to the rest of the conversation, because it was insane. So here's the thing. This stock currently is $420,000 a share, right? My guess is that at least 75% of the people who will listen to this stream do not have $420,000 to buy a share of this. And if they did, they probably wouldn't buy one share of this or two shares. Like, they would spread it out and they would put that money to work in other areas. Maybe not.
Makes the most logical sense.
So, and I'm trying to be conservative here. I'm giving a chance for 25% of people that overall may look at this over the life. Who knows when someone's listening to this in the future? Hey, this is me from the past. And wait, I'm from the future? Never mind. It doesn't matter if I'm in the past and I tell you what to do in the future. It's the opposite, isn't it? Shit. Anyways, so this is me in the future talking to me in the past at 130,000. This thing would be $420,000, but I didn't have 130,000 to put into a damn share of this stock, right? And so I'm listening to these people talk, and what I'm hearing them say are things like, well, Robinhood is bad because we won't pull up the video, but Warren Buffett made the point, and I didn't listen to the whole thing, and I don't need to, and I like Warren Buffett. I respect Warren Buffett, and why shouldn't I be a moron not to, right? But I also like Cathie Woods, and I like Chamath, and I listen to a lot of different people. There's no one end-all, be-all. And Warren Buffett, you know why I like about Warren Buffett, other than the fact that he's filthy rich and friends with Bill Gates, which I think is hilarious, right?
I mean, he's no NF, but sure.
He's no NFT.
No. There you go.
Yeah, he is actually. I'm sure he is an NFT. Here's what I like about Warren Buffett is I was listening to him and they were asking him a question. I was watching one of the conferences. I forgot what it was, and they were like, "Hey, what do you think about this?" I think it was maybe Bitcoin even at the time. I don't know, and I don't know what it was. But at the point, he said, "I don't know. I don't have a say on it because it's not something that I know about, and I make decisions. I buy stocks and companies based off of things that I am familiar with, and I know about them, and I'm comfortable." And I'm butchering what he said, but the bottom line is he's not messing with something. Maybe it was EVs. I don't know what it was. Whatever it was, he was like, "That's not my field. I'm not saying they're going to do good. They're not going to do bad, but it's not my field." So that was his general point that I got. from what he said. May not be what he said because I'm kind of a dumb ape, but I'm not an ape NFT though, which is nice. I like that I'm living. Anyways, so I respect that, and that makes me think of the things that he's into. And when he says he's not into something, I don't care. I don't care when Warren Buffett says I don't like toast. You know? Because if he doesn't like toast, he probably doesn't know anything about toast. So whatever. But if he says I like, ape NFTs, I'm gonna be like, yeah, that means Warren Buffett got schooled on ape NFTs, and he's all about that.
No, ridiculous. Not worth it.
Sure. So what he said was
no.
To make it short. What he says is Robinhood is not free, so you can do commission less, so no commission trades on Robinhood. I don't remember when it started, but a long time ago, like E-Trade or somebody came out, like the first one that was like, no more commissions. Screw those brokers. You don't have to pay commissions if you trade with us. Make your own trades, right? And a bunch of people are like, oh, no, that's dumb. And they're super successful. So is Fidelity and E-Trade, Robinhood. All these companies are successful, right? You're on Robinhood now, right?
I am. Well, I am. I'm with his band of merry men, and I like it. Yeah.
I'm more like John, Friar Tuck, Friar John.
Oh, Friar Tuck.
I'm Friar Tuck.
Little John.
You're Little. Wait, which is the big one that drinks a lot?
Friar Tuck.
That's me.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah. So that's me. Yeah. I'm more like.
I knew where you were going with this.
Yes, thank you. It took me a while to get there, but I made it, and that's what matters, right?
Cause we're men. Men in ties. Oh wait, sorry.
That was a good version. So
that was a really good version.
The problem is that somebody asked him a question that has nothing to do with the situation. It was in the investor meeting, and it was about it. And I'll go back and rewatch it and listen to it. But basically, he was like, "It's not free, and if you think it's free, it's not. And they're trading ahead of you, and you're buying." The time on the trade, which all these things are true, and I don't want to get into that, but I will say this: it doesn't fucking matter, right? It doesn't fucking matter, because it does matter if you have millions and millions of dollars and you're buying Berkshire Hathaway stock. That matters. Yes, you wouldn't go on Robinhood and buy Berkshire Hathaway if you could buy a whole share. Of course not. You wouldn't want to do that. That's stupid. You wouldn't want to be behind on a trade like this. But for someone like me who isn't going to buy a full share of Berkshire Hathaway, I can go on Robinhood and I can buy, $100, $1,000, $10,000. I can buy $100,000 of Berkshire Hathaway. I wouldn't, but you could. And if it goes up 8%,
if you got it today at the open at 100,000, I mean, that's a pretty decent profit off it today. So I mean,
right? And it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if it's $100, if it's $1,000, if it's 100,000. The only thing that matters on this is if I bought $100 worth of Berkshire Hathaway and it goes up 10%, I make $10, right? If I buy $1 million of Berkshire Hathaway, which you couldn't, but however, 2 shares, so 880, whatever, and it goes up 10%, you're going to make 100,000, right? That percentage is the same. It's relative to the amount of money that's invested. So when these people are in here saying that people shouldn't use Robinhood, when Robinhood allows you the opportunity to buy fractional shares and purchase in Berkshire Hathaway, right?
So, but keep in mind too, though, like for our viewers and some of those, naysayers, not only does it give you the opportunity, it gives everyone the opportunity. Even if all you have is $5 in your account.
I don't know if you can do it with 5. I think that's within your account. I think you have to have a minimum of 50 or something.
For the fractional stocks.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
And as long as you have funds, even if it's a small dollar amount, you can still play this game.
Yep.
It's a fucked up game.
Yeah.
But it's a game, and there could be some pretty good gain in this game, especially if you don't have that 420,000 for the full share.
Yeah.
Continue.
And so most people won't have The most people on Robinhood aren't going to have the 420,000 for the one share. Most people. Let's take a guess and say 75%. Now that may be wrong, but let's just say, just to give it a number, then without the opportunity for fractional shares, and okay, so real quick, let's cover this and let's get this the hell out of the way. Fidelity, I think it is, also offers fractional shares. And everybody hates Robinhood because when GameStop happened, Robinhood canceled the ability to purchase additional GameStop shares. I had shares in GameStop in Robinhood when this happened, and I freaked out. I've been watching the market forever, but I didn't really pay attention until GameStop happened. I'm one of those guys that came in based off of this. Now, I was in a little bit beforehand, and I spent a lot of time saying GameStop's stupid. This is a dumb stock. I don't care about this company. That was that guy, right? Then I got in, and I'm in the Wallstreet Bets Discord server, and I'm on Reddit and all these things. And then all of a sudden, Reddit goes away. Discord shuts down. They shut the Discord server down. There's 50,000 members in that Discord channel, and they shut it down. And the only news I could get was CNBC, which was lying to me, and I could tell, whether intentional or not. I might as well have been watching CNN. Now, I'm not some kind of crazy alt-right person. I just call it like I see it, and everybody knows CNN is a little bit loose on the tongue occasionally, right?
See, the tongue.
The tongue. This episode is we brought it full circle. Okay, stream is closed, everybody. So it was a rough time, and it went down, and I was mad at Robinhood too. But I also have a TD Ameritrade account, and I couldn't buy GameStop there either. But I don't hear everybody talking smack about TD Ameritrade. I also had a Webull account, and I couldn't buy GameStop on Webull. And I don't hear everybody bitching about Webull either. The problem was that Vlad from GameStop came out and he lied. He lied straight on the camera. How he is not being punished for lying straight on the camera, I don't know. They were like, hey, Vlad, is it a money problem? And he was like, no, it's not money. And he actually says like legally worded scripts, and maybe that's not why he's in trouble, because you cannot get, the joke about how Facebook, Zuckerberg, Zuck Water joke. He's a robot, right?
Like back when Congress was talking to him, or what?
Yeah, yes, exactly.
Sure.
So
I'm just gonna go with
Mark Zuckerberg's a robot.
I paid attention to that shit.
We all know it. Vlad is probably a robot too, because he won't
He's
talk.
Not a robot. He's a fembot.
Okay, I did not say that. I'm not. Vlad, I'm sorry. I know you're taking a lot of shit. I'm sorry you're getting shit from here, but you fucking lied. And fuck you. Anyways, how about that, motherfucker?
Give me more than $5
How about that,
fucker?
Well, this shit was at $480, and the thing is screaming, going through the roof. And then they killed the ability to purchase, but they allowed the ability to sell. Well, guess what? Fidelity, which everybody's like, oh, Fidelity's the greatest thing in the world. Fuck Robinhood. Yeah, I'm not saying anything bad about Fidelity either, except for the fact that Fidelity prevented you from buying and from selling, right? So, and you would think, oh, well, they're trying to help maybe. Yeah, well, then why the fucking Fidelity sell all their shares of GameStop? Tell me what moves the price of a stock? Selling, buying? Hi, Kitty. Anyways, so that's that on fucking that. But with all these things being said, both of these companies, I believe Fidelity is the one, and there's probably another one too, they allow the general public to get in and purchase a stock and purchase fractional shares of a stock, allowing people like you and myself and our dear listeners, if there are any ever, 3 people, 2 people, and the 1 person.
If there are any, it doesn't matter whether you're watching now during the live stream or if you're
I don't know if Vlad's watching.
So excuse my colleague / brother for being new to the content creation world and always looking at numbers. But then again, if you don't look at numbers and you're trying to play this stock game,
I only look at numbers.
Might have a little difficulty.
I only look at these numbers though.
So I respect that. So basically, it's a bunch of bullshit. People are trying to hate on Robinhood. Yet the bigger companies.
They're not just hating on Robinhood though.
Are trying to just like beat around everybody, and be like, oh, we didn't know.
Well, so okay, without going too much into it, It's not just Robinhood. This was a group of people that were recapping the annual conference of Berkshire Hathaway, which means that odds are a lot of the people in this group own shares of Berkshire Hathaway. And if they were dogging on Robinhood, then they didn't own fractional shares.
Sorry, did you say Robinhood or Robbing Hood?
Yeah.
Sorry.
So their problem wasn't just that Robinhood. In fact, they didn't even spend the majority of the time talking about what Warren Buffett said, which was that, Robinhood basically is like, it's free, but it's not free, right? And without getting into that, that wasn't their problem. The problem was that the uninformed investor was trading stocks, and they shouldn't be doing it. That was the bottom line. These guys own a stock that the minimum share price right now is $420,000, and their whole bitch is that it needs to be regulated, that there needs to be guardrails. Because for some ungodly known reason, they think that if you invest money in stocks and you lose all your money, that they are somehow at fault because they should have done something to protect you, that they should have regulated and protected you. So currently, there's a day trading rule that you have to have $25,000 in your account to be able to day trade a stock. Otherwise, you'll get hit with this thing. I forgot what it's called, but you lose the ability to trade on any of these brokerages for 90 days, right? And that's the SEC rule. And it is there specifically to protect you, the trader, from losing all your money. Meanwhile, we got the 2008 market crash. You got Archipelago or whatever the hell that caused Viacom to drop to its knees, and pull down its pants there. You have these things going on. You have traders that lose money daily, but they want to protect the average investor. Now, maybe they had the right intention, but when listening to these people, the hubris is just, it's maddening, because what they want is, they don't want you to hear, they don't think that this program should exist. This because we're potentially teaching or misinforming somebody.
I'm going to jump in here as well too, though.
Yes, my heart pressure's going up.
So something to, and I could be wrong in my assumption, but a lot of these people that can and do have full shares of Berkshire Hathaway Inc. are people that generally come from families that had money, someone else that had already earned it, unless they're a really good entrepreneur. So yes, they definitely look at, other individuals at a different standpoint, and that's okay. I mean, everybody hears the term "don't judge a book by its cover," and sometimes it's hard not to, because if you're a prick, you're a fucking prick, and I don't want to deal with you. But it happens, but that's where, we're here as part of that due diligence. As always, guys, I mean, we're not financial advisors. We're definitely that little guy. We enjoy just having fun and seeing what happens. And that's where Robinhood is freaking awesome. But to add to that due diligence as well, to give you guys a better idea of these guys, these shareholders' background, those that have those full shares, let's go all over just a slight bit of Berkshire Hathaway real quick, as we didn't do that earlier, and then I'm going to let Jerry continue over a little bit. So the Berkshire Hathaway Inc. engages in the provision of property and casualty insurance and reinsurance, utilities and energy, freight rail transportation, finance, manufacturing, and retailing services. It operates through the following segments: Geico, Berkshire Hathaway Reinsurance Group, Berkshire Hathaway Primary Group, Burlington Northern, Santa Fe, LLC, BNSF, Berkshire Hathaway Energy, McLean Company Manufacturing and Service and Retailing. The Geico segment involves in underwriting private passenger automobile insurance, mainly by direct response methods. Let's scroll down here. The Berkshire Hathaway Primary Group segment comprises of underwriting multiple lines of property and casualty insurance policies and primarily commercial accounts. The BNSF segment operates railroad systems in North America. The Berkshire Hathaway Energy segment deals with the regulated electric and gas utility, including power generation and distribution activities, and real estate brokerage brokerage activities. The McLane Company, let me clarify, segment offers a wholesale distribution of groceries and non-food items. The manufacturing segment includes industrial and end-user products, building products, and apparel. The service and retailing segment provides fractional aircraft ownership programs, aviation pilot training, electronic components distribution, and various retailing businesses, including automobile dealerships and trailer and furniture leasing. The company was founded by Oliver Chase in 1839 and is headquartered in Omaha, Nebraska. I really need to learn to read right now today, guys. I'm also running on like 3 hours of sleep.
It is
but
now Ohio.
Bottom line, yeah, welcome to Omaha. Bottom line, going over the different varieties of businesses, this is where you can tell that a lot of these people that had already owned these shares came from families of money. This company was established in 1839. BNSF is a large company. A lot of people work for BNSF. A lot of people still use the railroad system. They don't get paid nearly as well as what the actual, company owner does, but I can guarantee you it makes bank. And same thing goes for insurance. I mean, look at it this way. You can be a claims adjuster for an insurance company and make around $75K a year, which is more than what most people on average make in certain states. And that's just being an insurance claims adjuster, because the whole job for these insurance companies is basically to get your money and deny your claim. So, yes, $420,000 a share, absolutely, because all they're doing is collecting money on everything that they're doing. And how they got that way is by establishing these companies and buying these companies way back when. So you could see kind of a different level of, I guess, they have a different sight of society and where they fit in society compared to others. So they're definitely going to be looking down on other people, especially people that utilize things like Robinhood, because this essentially is, this is how we can branch out. This is how we can help secure, our own future. This is how we can actually jump into this world and find out, is this for me? Is this what I want to do? Yeah, this is great. Or, I lost $20. I'd rather, go hang out at the casino, like grandma does, something like that. But that's my due diligence on Berkshire Hathaway. And again, total assumption, but I highly doubt I'm wrong in reference to the families that are associated with the majority of the shares with this company. Take it away, Jerry.
Sure. So I'm with you to some extent on that. I think a large portion of people who are in it are there. Now, here's the other thing.